Hello my beautiful friends and welcome to a new video. The time is 6:30 in the morning, but I couldn't sleep, so I decided to sew. Now, my mom has a job, as most moms do, and my mom works with a lovely lady, and I forget her name, but she gave me 2 giant bags of fabric, and in this bag there was some light blue and gold fabric, and I was like, delicious. And so today we're going to be working with that. I'm envisioning a tight dress, but with a bunch of ruffles on the butt. Just ruffle it up. So I already started the bodice because I got really excited last night. It's a pattern that you've definitely seen me use before. It's just some princess seams. This fabric really likes fraying, but it's also quite thick. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be lining it, but I'm going to stitch, and then I'm going to iron these seams nice and flat so they lay all good, and then I'm going to serge along the raw edge because that is unsightly. So I've already sewn just like the front bit. It doesn't look like much yet, but I need to iron this and serge it, and then I have to make a lining because, yeah. So before I connect the lining, I'm just kind of finishing the base pieces of the bodice, and I don't know what I want to do with the back. But fun fact, if you don't know what to do with the back and you just put in a giant panel, then you can pretty much do anything with it later, because if you leave yourself like a ton of room, you can't really fuck up. So that's what I'm gonna do, because I know what the front's gonna look like, but the back is just kind of like, we'll see, mamma mia. So I'm gonna do that with this and the lining, and which is over here. I'm just using white stuff. Mamma mia. Okay, we are at my serger, and I just wanted to show the inside and stuff because I think it's really neat. I don't know, that's all. But anyways, I'm gonna go on these raw edges. I can't film and do that. I wish I could because it's really cool, because it chops it while it's sewing. Oh, look at those. So nice, so pretty. And if you have a serger and a pet hamster, you get a free hamster home because it cuts off the little things. Just kidding. That would probably hurt a hamster, so don't do that. Okay, so now that the inside and outside are all pieced together, I am going to lay them good sides together and pin it up along the top. Now that it's all pinned along the top, I'm just going to stitch it. There's no reason to stitch the sides because I haven't decided what I'm doing there, and I'll probably have to cut it off anyways. And I'm not going to stitch along the bottom because I'm going to be connecting that part to the waistband or the skirt. I haven't decided if I'm doing a waistband. Okay, I flipped it inside out and pinned it on. It's pretty, okay? But the skirt, I want to do a pencil skirt, but I've never made one before. But I'm pretty sure if I just lay down, trace my hips, and put it on a fold, add some darts, we'll probably figure it out. Ooh, look at how pretty this fabric is. Wow. So I flipped it over, but I've made sure that the pattern aligns. And so what I'm going to do, I'm completely winging it. I'm going to take my waist measurement divided by 4, and on the fold, that measurement is going to be the top. I'm going to go down the length I want it. And then I'll cut it in roughly this shape. Okay, let's try that. Okay, they're all cut out. Right now it just looks like a big old mess of fabric. So I've got them good sides together right now. The back piece is a lot bigger as to accommodate for the rump. And we're just going to gather like the top down with darts, but I'm just going to like pin these up and stitch the sides together. I'm not sure, like I cut a pretty long piece, so I think I'll make it shorter, but we're gonna try it on first. Okay, I have gotten this far in the dress and my alarm to wake me up has just gone off, so I want you to think about that. Anyways, I have made sure the skirt is pretty and not frayed, and I'm going to just cut this off because I want it to be shorter. Just okay, I have snipped off the bottom and I'm just gonna hem it, and usually I do a rolled hem, but I'm really feeling trigger happy with my serger, so I'm going to serge around the bottom and then I'm going to flip it up so that the serged edge is hidden and it'll look like a nice hem. Yes. Okay, this is where we've gotten for the day. These aren't connected, they're just both stuffed on the mannequin. And my alarm to wake up just went off. So that means I must leave this project until I've done school and work, which for you will be like 1 second, but for me it will be an eternity of Hamlet, calculus, and French fries. But that's okay. Anyways, I will see you soon. Okay, it is the next morning. Good morning. It is 6:30 a.m. sharp. I've been up for an hour and a half, and it's time to get sewing. I have made the executive decision that this dress does not get a waistband because I like how the bottom and top line up. So what I'm going to do is, honestly, I'm just going to pin the front or the top and bottom together, making sure to line up this pattern as best as possible, and then I'm just going to stitch it all together. Okay, so I want to do a little like bubble hem skirt over the skirt, just like cause it's fun, okay? So what I'm going to do, I have this piece of fabric. It's a big old rectangle. It's folded in half. It's double this width. That's what's going to give it the bubble hem, you know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a big old running stitch along the top of here and gather it down. Oh, but also first I'm going to finish these edges because that's yucky looking. Okay, we've got our tube now. So you've seen me do this a million times. There's 2 threads, take one, and yoink. You know, just yoink. Yeah, you get it. Now, once you're happy with your rufflage, I would tie the ends of both threads that you've yoinked. Yeah, so I'm gonna have it like this. It's like a butt cape. But first, I'm going to serge along the top because this looks ugly. Oh, okay, so before we attach the puffle, we have to address the back of the dress. Now, I've marked where I need to snip off the extra fabric, and I'm just gonna snip it and serge it and hem it so that we've got like a good edge to work with. And I'm thinking that I'm going to do buttons, but I haven't quite decided yet because I don't have a zipper that matches the color, but I always have buttons, so we'll see. I lied. I'm not doing buttons. I'm gonna do, I think, 4 or 5 ties with ribbon. So I'm just gonna put like 3-inch strips of ribbon on each side, about here, down here, down here, around here, and then we'll try it on and see, because I think that it would be cute. And I know my ribbon is black and it's like meh, but I really just okay. Okay, we've got the ties on. There's They're on there. This is the puffly skirt bit. I've got it flipped like upside down over where the waist seam is, so that when I sew along here, then I will be able to flip it back over and it will cover the raw edge. Also, don't stitch it across like where this boy is, where the hole is, because we're going to want to snip there at some point a little bit. So just remember that. So I'm going to stitch around here. It's not hard, just make sure that you don't sew through the skirt. I believe in you. Okay, now you can see where the dress is not connected. And I'm just going to make a little cut, maybe down to here, and then hem it so that we can get this skirt on. And other than that, I think I'm done. We'll see once I do that. Okay, so here's the thing. I tried on the dress and popped multiple seams, and not just popped them, but they frayed completely. And this is not a sizing issue, this is a fabric choice issue. Oh man. This is not meant for sewing clothes with. This is like upholstery fabric, like curtains, which it doesn't have to be woven nearly as tight because there's not going to be any strain on it. This, I'll just show you. So the second I put the dress on, see, like, it completely frayed, and it was serged. It just came out of the serged bit. It's like this over here too. There's along this seam on the bottom. And also, it's a little bulky around the waist because I've never really made a fitted skirt before. But that's okay. This was a learning experience. I was gonna delete all of my footage and just not upload this and call it a failure, but I refuse. You know why? Because sometimes things are hard and you learn from them, and I believe in you. Also, just be happy. Because this fabric is really pretty, and at some point I'll be able to make something out of it. I know it. I'll take this apart and I'll do it all again. And then I'll regret it because it'll pop a seam. But that's okay. Anyways, hopefully my next video goes better. Till next time.